Today's video is Pointlesshub, the amazing world of rock slop. Finally, a topic I can really relate to and understand. Who here hasn't seen Walking Tall, The Rundown, Faster, some of those Fast and Furious movies, and The Rundown? Anyway, alright, I bullshitted. Okay, go support Pointless Hub. Go give him that like, subscribe. He's a really good fella. He's a really silly little guy from the Midwest. He's my brethren. Anywho, let's get this show on the road.
Yes, that is the title I'm going with. Dwayne "The Rock the Tooth Fairy" Johnson. He is in movies. Are they great movies?
Yep.
Most of the time.
I forgot about Tooth Fairy. And that's great that he told us he's in movies. Otherwise, I'd be thinking about his music career.
No, not really.
Oh yeah, Red Notice.
Are they memorable movies? I mean, I'd say so. Like you remember they
Oh my God, Southland Tales. That is a fever dream of a movie. I really can't begin to describe Southland Tales. I'm just gonna say if you're in for a weird ass fucking time, watch that movie.
exist. That's gotta count for something. The Rock has saved franchises, and The Rock has killed franchises. He is a force of nature. We cannot stop him. He's tried recently to escape from the type of films he usually makes. He's been a little typecasted, so he wants to be a more serious actor, and that really hasn't worked out well for him. There's a certain type of
Smashing
movie
Machine?
you expect when you think of The Rock. You might remember him in the Fast and Furious movies, or Jumanji, or hell, Moana. You might even remember him from the Korean Rose movies, or Jumanji, or hell, Moana.
I was about to say, you're not gonna pull a fast one on me like this, bro. Oh, he was in Pain and Gain. Now I remember.
You might even remember him from the Korean romance comedy Pain and Gain. But for
Oh,
every
yeah.
Rock movie you remember, there's like 5 you don't.
Dude.
I bet you don't remember him in Journey to the Mysterious Island.
No, she's cold-blooded and attracted to heat.
That's emasculating.
That's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about
All the movies people forgot. Oh my God, no one remembers Faster or Walking Tall, really. Come on, let's
Rock
see.
movies nobody remembers. The ones that were never a part of some big franchise, the ones that were utterly disposable. I hate to use the word, but there really is no better way to describe it. The slop. I want to talk
Yeah.
about the Rock slop.
Slop.
When you think of
Rampage.
video game movies, you think of stuff like Detective Pikachu, or Sonic, or Need for Speed. You know what you never hear about? Rampage. Probably because nobody remembers it was based off a game, but yeah, it was. There it
They were a fun game. Oh, I'm old.
is. Wait, I've never played this series before. Is this just destruction mode in Godzilla Destroy All Monsters? That kinda rocks. We need more movies and games about monsters destroying cities. Godzilla
That I'm gonna be honest, I never played that second one. But playing the original Rampage, it sounds like yeah, that is kind of the entire game. You destroy buildings and fight humans basically, who try to get in your way from destroying buildings.
can't hog the whole spotlight. Where's my Gamera movie, Hollywood? You cowards. So, I have to be honest,
Gamera.
Rampage is not like the other Rock Slop movies. I actually like this one. It's the most entertaining of the bunch, mainly because it has a wolf taking down a chopper. And I'd also say it has the best Rock of them, too. A lot of these movies just have the Rock be a generic hero guy. They need to have an explanation for why the Rock
Hero
looks
guy.
like that. So he's always an ex-FBI agent, or spec ops, or military. Something to explain the batshit feats he's going to accomplish, but not really. The Rock in most of these movies is just there. He's so bland. He is action guy. Is he sort of a person? I don't know. It feels like in every one of these, he just knows he's being watched. You can see the gears in his head turning about how he can look or act as best as possible in that moment.
Right.
Come with me.
He doesn't feel like a character, he feels like The Rock, knowing.
Okay, I see. He doesn't meld into his roles basically. Like he's playing the part the way a kid is playing a part in a stage play. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I'd agree with that.
He's The Rock, which makes a lot of the moments in Rock Slop movies just unintentionally funny.
Pretty impressive.
Just doing my job, ma'am. Go where they tell me to go.
Rampage is really the best Rock you're gonna get in this video.
That fucking cough.
The one where he says Marvel quips.
Of course, the wolf flies.
I am so
Yeah.
sorry. So where do all these monsters come from? Why is there a crocodile this big outside of Florida? Is this caused by a monkey drinking scum soda? Man, I hope so. All of this is because of an evil corporation.
Not overreacting, Claire.
Yeah,
There's a reason
about
we were
right.
doing these experiments in space, and it wasn't exactly for the betterment of humanity.
Why would a corporation decide to create a serum that turns animals into monsters? Good question.
Betterment of humanity.
They call the whole evil serum thing Project Rampage. Imagine if after Umbrella Corps made the zombies, they were like, oh no,
It's Project Zombie.
Project Resident Evil has gone terribly wrong. What was the plan here? How does it benefit a company to create uncontrollable monsters? At least in Jurassic World, they were gonna train the dinosaurs to sell to the military or something. Here they just spend billions to make kaiju for no.
I like watched at least the new bunch of movies for Jurassic Park. Like so out of order. I am so lost because it was just like, oh, okay, like Chris Pratt is living in the wilderness in the park in the first movie. And then I kind of come in on the fourth one and I'm just like, oh, the park kind of got busted three different times and they're still allowed to function on some level and then it's so confusing. I don't
benefit other than to us, the viewer.
I can't
They
get
say they're
into
gonna
Jurassic
sell
Park.
the DNA or something, but like, who's gonna buy this? What use are the monsters if you can't control them? Speaking of Jurassic World, The Rock is
Oh,
just
Jurassic
Chris
World,
Pratt,
that's right.
but instead of taming raptors, he talks to a gorilla.
New guy, he no laugh. He cry.
George the gorilla. George of the jungle. George is curious.
Curious George.
He does sign language, but not like that fake sign language everyone thought Coco did. Oh no, this gorilla has sentience.
I don't need your saving. No. George no saved it. You didn't save me. I was fine on my own. I'm fine.
He knows inside jokes. He pulls a prank on Huey from The Boys. This is all before he transforms, too. The movie just never acts like this is that much of a big deal. It's a bigger deal that he looks like a palette-swapped Donkey Kong than the fact that he is Caesar from Planet of the Apes. It's okay, George is a chill guy. Sure hope nothing changes that. So yeah, the evil Green Goblin gas lands across America and randomly infects 3 animals. George, this wolf called Ralph, and this fuck-ass crocodile.
Well, that sucks.
They get big,
Look at
shenanigans happen, Curious George is now Furious George. I am so sorry.
You're not sorry. I would have made that joke too. Never apologize.
That sucks.
That's the
Double
movie.
down,
Like I
actually.
said before, Rampage is a little different from the other movies. For one, because this is actually entertaining. You know, in that popcorn flick kind of way. Rampage is not an art house film. But
Nah.
it is a decent movie to air on FX at 3 p.m. right before the day after tomorrow. Something you'd casually have on in the background while cleaning your house. Or you can just watch all the monster scenes on YouTube. That's also an option. The creature designs are the best thing about this. I love how all these goobers look. Especially Lizzie. Yeah, that's her name, it's in the manual. Lizzie has tusks. Ralph can fly for some reason. The
Holy
plot is
shit.
really just following these mini kaiju as they wreck up the place and head to Chicago to take out the noise that's driving them insane. That's right, not only did this evil corporation create the Rampage serum, they made a noise specifically to piss them off. What is your end?
I'm so at a loss. Why would you do this?
Game here? They're gonna nuke Chicago. Sometimes with these movies you have to wonder what The Rock's power level is. Like, he straight up gets shot, then ignores the bullet after leaving the room. Did he whip out his Pip-Boy and use a stim pack? So yeah, after destroying the signal, George goes back to normal, and him and The Rock team up to bring Lizzie down. George dies.
Aww. And then it ends?
Just kidding. George was originally
Oh.
actually supposed to die at the end of the movie. Something I thought they were going to do because this monkey straight up stops breathing for 20 seconds. I thought it was a pretty bold creative decision to do that. But, no. The Rock literally intervened to give this movie a more cliche ending. He said, "I don't like a sad ending. Life brings that shit. I don't want it in my movies. There's a crocodile the size of a football stadium. We're not making Saving Private Ryan." That's right, The Rock.
That's the dumbest bullshit I've ever heard.
You're literally not making Saving Private Ryan.
And that's why your career took a nosedive and you're struggling right now.
Unrelated, but one thing I love about that quote is he specifies that Izzy isn't an alligator, she's a crocodile, despite coming from Florida, which means there's going to be a lot of comments trying to correct me because I've been calling her a crocodile this whole time. Well, guess what? Lizzie is a crocodile. No, it doesn't have to make sense. It's the Rampage lore. Fuck you. Hi, I'm Chef Bobby Boobadelli. I had to sell all my
Oh my God,
important
Mr. Boobadelli, I
ingredients and
love you.
cooking equipment. Now I can't cook. What will I do? Luckily, I have a sponsor of today's video, Factor. Factor delivers delicious cooked meals right to your door. All you gotta do is put them in the microwave for 2 minutes and you're ready
New
to go.
videos that we're
In my latest
watching
box,
the
I ate
goddamn
goat
ad.
cheese,
And it's
mushroom,
Chef
and onion
Boobadelli.
burger.
I
added
can't
the
say no
bread
to
and
him.
lettuce myself, but in only 2 minutes, I got an instant delicious burger. Ooh-wee. Or how about some fish? It is Lent after all. I had some ginger teriyaki salmon. It looks so good I forgot to record it coming out of the microwave. So, here it is half eaten. These are meals made without refined seed oils, refined sugars, or artificial colors or sweeteners. Plus, most meals deliver 30 grams of complete
flavors.
protein.
It doesn't have
to
any of
support
those
muscle
either.
repair and recovery. Eating clean is so easy thanks to Factor. So why not try Factor out? Head to Factor75.com or click the link below and use code PointlessHubFB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code PointlessHubFB50 at Factor75.com to get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year. Now, if you don't mind me, I gotta go buy my supplies. And this time, I'm gonna make my money the old-fashioned way, with scratch-offs.
Oh, I was about to say drug dealing. Foreign. That's the other old way.
There's a
Sound good.
range.
Oh, I
when it
never watched
comes
this
to
one before.
disaster movies.
This has to do with the earthquake movie, right? Yeah, I really don't know much about this one. I know it did well overseas, if I remember. Yeah, it did well overseas, like in China, but that's about it.
A range I just made up. I call it the wacky meter. Like you have those movies that play the disaster completely straight.
Yeah.
No fun allowed. Like Greenland. It's miserable. Then you have the crazy shit. 2012, Moonfall, stuff like that.
Hollywood sign. The Hollywood sign is gone.
Even when f***ing billions are dying, who cares? Look at that donut roll. San Andreas falls into an uncanny valley, an unfortunate middle ground where the disaster is too stupid to actually take seriously, but oh man, does the movie not think this is a laughing matter.
No, I could see this still being really funny, especially if they take it very seriously.
this is stupid to actually take seriously, but oh man, does the movie not think this is a laughing matter.
Oh, he must have gotten muted. Okay, I thought that was my headphones right now.
Rock is mourning his daughter who drowned
Oh no. Yeah, he got muted. Fuck. That's unfortunate.
to death. Oh my god. And then the next he's doing this.
No.
GTA San Andreas is about the big one hitting California, the anticipated big earthquake that will sink Los Angeles into the sea. San Andreas is that scene from 2012, but stretched out for like 2 hours. Hell, I think it even has the same plot, too. A divorced dad has to navigate the city to find his family. He wins back his ex-wife in the end, because the new stepdad straight up dies. San Andreas is kind of the perfect example of Rock Slop. The Rock is a charismatic guy.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
In Rampage, he at least worked because he had a big gun and teamed up with a giant gorilla. The worst Rock Slop is when The Rock gets nothing. When he is only there because he is The Rock and people will watch the movie. Look at this poster. This is about an earthquake, and his face takes up most of the frame. There is no reason why The Rock is in this. Rescue helicopter pilot Raymond Gaines could have been anyone. Jason Statham, Vin Diesel, insert another bald guy from Fast and Furious. Would have been the same movie. The Rock being a big strong man does not matter to the plot at all, because he has to escape the earth collapsing. Can't bench press your way out of this one. The Rock is our no-nonsense hero, calm and collected to a fault. Like, my man, the entire city is falling into the earth. Can you not be a bit more concerned?
Oh my god.
The Rock and his wife, Mom from Spy
God.
Kids, have been drifting
All is
apart ever
lost.
since one of their daughters drowned in a tragic whitewater rafting accident. He blames himself because it was his
Holy shit. What the fuck was that scene?
in a tragic
On the SS Live Forever?
whitewater rafting
Oh my god, that's fucking stupid.
accident. He blames himself because it was his idea to take the trip, and also he was on the boat with her, and he saw her drown, and his job is to save people in situations exactly like this. And so his wife moved on to a new guy, Mr. Fantastic. And man,
really?
he's fantastic. Because The Rock needs to get back together with his wife at the end of the movie, they just make Mr. Fantastic the biggest dirtbag imaginable. He starts off as a respectable, normal guy. Then the second shit hits the fan, he immediately bails on his stepdaughter. It's like the earthquake had the magical power of changing this guy's entire personality. He then goes on a side quest, f***ing over anybody unfortunate enough to get in his way. Too bad you didn't outrun the boat, you idiot. After watching so many
Watch a movie with that guy. Like the worst piece of shit.
disaster movies, you really pick up on the cliches. Paul Giamatti is the obligatory scientist who looks at the charts and says, "Oh God."
Time's up.
Oh,
He saw
God.
it coming. He tried to warn us, yet we didn't listen. He's the one saying the most basic exposition about earthquakes anyone with a third-grade education should know about. It's so funny. Everyone in this university classroom is hearing about this stuff for the first time.
Professor, do you think something that intense could happen here?
I'm sorry, did you just ask if an earthquake can happen in LA? Paul Giamatti invents a device that predicts earthquakes, which isn't a thing that exists, but they needed it for the plot. And while he's testing this thing out at the Hoover Dam, of course, everyone dies. Get the hell out of there! Man, this whole sequence is something. So his friend climbs up the dam while everything is collapsing, right? Paul Giamatti is telling everyone to run. Behind the barriers! like it takes a scientist to figure that one out. And then his friend stays back just a second longer to save this obligatory girl who is far too old enough to just be standing there. And then he dies right at the goal line. He goes
Holy
full
shit.
Pa Kent. So, like, the whole plot is just these two traveling to find their daughter because Mr. Fantastic ran away, right? They finally get to San Francisco, when suddenly, that... If the San Andreas Fault
Tsunami.
was the one that shook, why is there a tsunami going into San Francisco? Shouldn't this have gone out to Hawaii? That isn't how these things
Well, yeah, it would be pushing away the waves instead of pushing him, bringing him in.
work. Doesn't matter though, we need the other daughter to almost drown. You know, The Rock has to save her to right the wrongs of the past.
Again, it's like poetry.
The last 20 minutes is just waiting for them to not kill off the daughter because we know how this ends. Even after she literally dies. Look at her convulsing. She drowned. Oh my god. She doesn't breathe for like 10 minutes. This isn't cutting it close. She was fucking dead. He literally beats the life back into her like Larry the Lobster. And so our movie
You know what? That was a great pull.
ends on a pretty hopeful note, despite like tens of millions dying. And it's mainly because, just like 2012, our main character has now gone back together with his ex-wife. The Rock and his family overlook the bay as the American flag unfurls, and they feel optimistic about the future.
And the flag still there.
What now?
Now we rebuild.
Journey 2. Another movie I know nothing about, because I never seen Journey
When I
1.
think of sequels that
I was actually a bit too old for it, because... Okay, I do remember the first one at the very least. But, yeah, God, I was like in high school when this shit was out, and I was not trying to see it.
couldn't get the star to return, I think of Jingle All the Way 2 with Larry the Cable Guy, or The Tooth Fairy 2 with Larry the Cable Guy. The Rock is
Yeah.
Larry the Cable Guy in Journey to the Mysterious Island, which is ironic because he was the Tooth Fairy. Journey to the Center of the Earth is one of those movies you watch a decade later and go, wow, did it really look that bad? Yes. Yes, it did. And apparently Hollywood just needed a second one because despite Brendan Fraser not coming back, we got a sequel. This time with The Rock.
We're procrastinating out of fear, aren't we?
Oh, absolutely.
Which means that this was the first instance of Jungle Rock, a trope that would be very common a few years later, a whole genre of rock in itself. But before talking about Journey 2, we have to talk about Journey 1. Not because there's much connecting these two, there isn't, but just look at that. How can I not? We're still falling! Do you know Jules Verne? 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, From the Earth to the Moon, Journey to the Center of the Earth?
Oh.
Well, what if he was right? What if those stories were real? That's the premise. Also, there's a dinosaur. This movie came out a year before Avatar. Speaking of which, sometimes you'll hear Avatar praised as a theme park ride, which means it looked nice, and that's all anyone really remembered. Well, this movie is kind of like a ride too, like Shrek 4D. That's not even a joke, like a Universal Studios ride. Those rides that always
they say
throw
that.
something at you. Your chair moves. There's smell-o-vision. Journey to the Center of the Earth begins with this random guy f***ing dying. It jolts
Geronimo.
Brendan Fraser wide awake, and he turns to look at that. Turns out this badly photoshopped guy is Brendan Fraser's dead brother who has been missing for years. Nobody knows where he went. So like, how did he have this dream? How does Brendan Fraser know what the cartoon dinosaur looks like before going to the center of the earth? Is this a psychic premonition? Is this the work of the three-eyed raven? We never find out. Ever since his disappearance, Brendan Fraser has been trying to figure out what his brother was up to. But oh no, Seth Meyers is about to cut his funding. He's the clear bad guy, because he doesn't want Brendan Fraser wasting college funds on proving that the Earth is hollow.
It's all I've got left of Max.
It's been 10 years.
What a jerk. Conan would never. Anyway, Brendan Fraser's nephew, Peeta from Hunger Games, comes to town, and these two have to pretend to get along despite having nothing in common. Perhaps they'll bond over their mutual enjoyment of the PSP. Hell yeah. After having a breakthrough,
Who here remembers those little fucking squirrels? Those old commercials of the squirrels, man. Hey, I'm playing nuts. Remember that shit? There you go. Okay, I unlocked the core memory for you, and we can get back to the video. Thank you. That's all I need.
these two go to Iceland, where they meet Iceland Girl. That's her name, that's what I'm going with. And they'll all mutually fall into a hole like Squidward in that pirate episode.
Oh, Jesus.
They fall into a magical
Wasn't this about The Rock?
world at the center of the earth, filled with wondrous creatures all rendered on the PlayStation 2. Despite the premise being about a lost world at the center of the earth, the most that really happens is they see some floating rocks, some scary fish, and get chased by that dinosaur. Jurassic Park came out in 1993. After all those shenanigans, they return home by shooting out a volcano and sledding down a mountain in a skull. There's not much of a plot, really. It's more like a series of set pieces. I guess you could say that in the end, it's all about
It was a series of unfortunate events, one might say. See what I did there, right?
the journey. It's a live-action cartoon. Very
I
short
hate-
about the journey. It's more like a series of set pieces. I guess you could say that in the end, it's all about the journey. It's a
Thank you.
live-action cartoon. Very Shark Boy and Lava Girl-esque, which is another way of saying everyone looks like they're in a video game, and it looks god-awful. But hey, I'm sure some kids really liked it back in 2008, just like how I like Spy Kids 2, despite it looking like that. This was meant to be watched as a 7-year-old in 4D 20 years ago, and not watched at 11 a.m. in the year 2026 by an ever-aging man. You don't need a big screen, though, to appreciate Brendan Fraser. He sure is giving it his all. He is being very Brendan Fraser-y.
Fraser?
He yells Sean a lot. He's a very good
I knew that was coming. I knew it. Oh God, heavy rain. What do we do without you, man?
leading man. He tried his hardest, and I think that's very neat. It also makes The Rock look so much worse in comparison.
They will not stop
Oh,
until
really?
you feed them.
Journey to the Mysterious Island is a movie I am shocked actually came to theaters and did not immediately release on Disney DVD. This is a sequel in really name only. This does not have the same director, nor the same writers, not even the same Seth Meyers. Nobody returned, except for Josh Hutcherson. Even his own mother left. That's rough, buddy. So, say you're an executive. You're in charge of marketing the sequel, which isn't really a sequel at all. Like, the only guy you have left is Peeta from Hunger Games. And yeah, he's grown up, but he's not really leading man material until he fights Freddy Fazbear 2 decades later. What are you supposed to do? Well, they do what any self-respecting studio does. Get The Rock.
You've got to do this.
And it actually worked. This made more money
Wait,
than
what?
the first.
Wait, what? No. Oh, Jesus.
How? I'll tell you how. This guy. So, let's talk about it.
Okay. Too much happy. That's too much happy.
It's been 4 years since the first movie, and now Josh Hutcherson is a full-blown Vernian. Zathura has grown up to become obsessed with all things Jules Verne. Apparently, there's a whole bunch of Vernians out there, and they send codes to each other. He even gets in trouble with the cops after trying to hack a satellite to crack a fellow Vernian's code. Oh lord. After getting arrested because he thought riding a motorcycle set to Green Day was cool, he gets bailed out by his new stepdad, Hank. So, Hank, who has to go out at night to bail out his loser chud stepson, is thanked by that stepson for his inconvenience with the classic, "I hate you, you're not my real dad."
Hey, buddy.
It's just
Hey,
the first
buddy.
movie again, but instead of a Hollow Earth, it's an island. The Rock can't connect to his almost adult stepson. How will these two bond? Oh, I have an idea. Instead of this Jules Verne novel, it's these two. Instead of Iceland Girl, we have High School Musical. The March of Time has somehow
Oh.
made this movie.
Vanessa Hudgens. Okay. I'm like, wait, what? It's, I don't know, something about her face just blends in with everything for me. Where she did look like, oh, it's nondescript girl. I didn't even think twice about it.
Even more forgettable, like a discount DVD your grandma buys at Dollar General because she thought it was Jumanji. The Rock isn't just Hank, stepdad with a heart of gold. He is really just The Rock. He's the guy that can do anything, solve any problem. Like, he stopped Sean from getting arrested by just showing up. He's not even a cop. They just listened to him anyway. He's just that alpha. That said, The Rock is probably the best part of the movie. He's really surrounded by a cast of boring or just plain unlikable characters. And the worst offender is shockingly Michael Caine as the grandpa.
Oh, really? Oh.
Turns out Grandpa is the biggest Vernian of them all, and he was the one sending the coded messages the entire time. Ooh. I find this development really hilarious because it just makes this whole Vernian world so much smaller. At first I thought there was like a whole group of Vernians or something, but no, it's only this kid and his grandpa who give a shit about this stuff. Despite the last movie never bringing it up, the Andersons were some real adventurers this whole time. Oh yeah, the family's called the Andersons, I forgot to say that till now. And what's incredible is that the Andersons, this family of Vernian scholars, aren't even that good at it. Sean's been trying to crack this code for a while, and he just can't figure it out. And he never figures it out. They only solve the puzzle because The Rock casually strolls in and deciphers it in seconds.
The island is real.
Are you serious?
When they finally meet Grandpa on the
What? I want to see the setup for that shit. That sounds. No, actually, I don't. I lied.
island, Grandpa
Sorry for
is
that.
kind of a dick.
You're the stepfather. Well, maybe that's why it took so long, eh?
Buddy, he figured this whole thing out. Your idiot grandson didn't.
Definitive proof that you are not an Anderson.
Yeah, he's not an Anderson. He's not related to you. That's how marriage works. The way Grandpa is just so confident in his introduction, you think, wow, this is a guy who has it all figured out.
Why don't you lead the way? Oh, actually, we want to live through the night.
He looks the part, he speaks the part, but, no. This guy is a fucking idiot. You see, the mysterious island is actually Atlantis. And Atlantis periodically sinks back into the ocean from time to time. Grandpa says that it will be years until the island sinks, like 14 years or so. Then The Rock looks at some puddles and goes, no, this island is sinking, like, right now.
This island isn't due to sink for 14 years.
I kind of hate this family. Sean acts all cocky and adventurous when the most resourceful thing he ever did in the first movie was just Google on a PSP. I mean, he did unscramble some codes at like 13, but somehow at 17, he doesn't know what coordinates are.
What are those?
Coordinates. Longitude, latitude.
How are you just finding out about latitude and longitude? This is your job. Imagine if in National Treasure, instead of having that American Revolution autism, Nicolas Cage and his dad were just frauds. They solve nothing. The Rock is the one who finds the treasure. Now, you might be asking, where is Brendan Fraser? Is he rotting in an apartment? It's kind of weird we're going on a Jules Verne themed adventure where his nephew is going to find his grandpa, Brendan Fraser's dad, and nobody ever bothers to contact the man or mention his name. Even at the end when his grandpa is back and it's like a big happy family reunion, everyone is here except Brendan Fraser. So, film theory. I'm gonna say that these two hate each other. At the end of the first movie, Sean ends up taking home a few pounds of diamonds from the center of the earth. Yeah, a few pounds. That's like a few $100 million worth of gems. But for some reason, in this movie, Sean can't even afford to pay for a helicopter flight. Brendan Fraser somehow came into enough money to start his own research lab, which isn't cheap at all. This isn't opening a lemonade stand. So I have a theory. My theory is Brendan Fraser just stole the diamonds. He just stole this 13-year-old's diamonds in Minecraft and ran. Nobody in his family ever saw him again. Sean even says something like, "Everyone I knew left me."
I've had a lot of people take off on me in my life.
What does that mean? Your dad died, your mom was, well, recasted, but he doesn't know that. The only person this means is Brendan Fraser, his uncle, his replacement father figure, stole his diamonds and future and left. The only priceless rock in his life now is Dwayne Johnson.
God damn it. Okay, that was a good setup for a punchline. I'm looking at that like, god damn, that's a lot of money.
Oh yeah, they set up for a third movie where they would have gone to the moon. They never did.
I'm behind you.
Title
Skyscraper.
kind of says it all. Skyscraper is Die Hard, but worse. It's the Towering Inferno, but bad. I like bad movies. Like, if a bad movie is at least entertaining, if it's so bad it's good, I give
Oh
it a
my God.
pass. But there is nothing worse to me than a bad movie
Boring.
that's just so boring. Skyscraper is one of those movies.
Oh.
It's
Why are you
tedious,
covering it?
monotonous, a perfectly 4 out of 10 mid-size action romp with a lot of CGI and forgettable characters. But hey, there are still a few differences here. For one, this one has The Rock. He's missing a leg.
Yeah.
That's right. Ex-SWAT officer The Rock lost his leg after a failed game of Rainbow Six Siege, and he hasn't wanted to log back on since. He lives a simpler life now, in Hong Kong, working as a security consultant for the largest skyscraper in the world, the Pearl, a city in the sky. I want to talk about my favorite character in Skyscraper. The skyscraper itself. More thought was put into this fictional building than making a likable movie. I was obsessed with popular mechanics as a kid, so I just eat this shit up. I love fake buildings, I love stuff like this. Ironically, for a forgettable movie, the building itself is pretty memorable. I actually just saw it in a Metaball Studios video while
Yeah, that is a really cool design.
making this video. They got an actual architecture firm to make this concept. The same firm who made the Burj Khalifa, but like this one's 1,000 feet taller. It's a self-sustaining city in the sky. It's got a park. It's got a waterfall. It's got a big old ball. It's got the most high-tech security in the world, until it doesn't. Oh shit, we got a Nakatomi Tower situation, and The Rock has to stop the bad guys from doing whatever they're trying to do. Who cares? They took The Rock's family hostage. Master Chief helped them do it. That's the plot. There's so many dumb moments you would think I'd find ironic enjoyment out of. Like The Rock using his prosthetic leg in stupid ways. He jumps like 50 feet one time, he kicks a guy so hard he explodes. But like, that's it. That's the most entertaining part of the movie. When it tries to be a real movie with a plot and everything, it just wears you down.
Right.
So, the owner of this building is being extorted by some crime syndicate, right? But he pulled a reverse Uno card and hacked them instead, got all their names and information. Instead of giving that information to, you know, the cops like a normal person, or uploading it to a server in case they try to come after him, he just put it on a flash drive and hid it in the building. So these really bad guys know where this really bad information is stored physically in one location. And all it takes is taking down the building to clear their names. How did you expect this was gonna go down?
You need to leave now.
Security alert.
So, The Rock's ex-partner, Master Chief, teams up with them, and it's really funny because you think he's gonna be a bigger character, but then The Rock kills him in Act 1.
Oh, really? Holy
Sorry,
shit.
Jimmy Rings, no new season of Halo for you. The skyscraper the entire movie gets slowly engulfed in flames, right? All because the bad guys shut down every safety protocol to break into the building. This includes the fire extinguishers. After all the bad guys are gone and explode, they press the fire extinguisher button, and somehow it works. This building looks like this. It should be a husk, yet somehow it can still put out the fire everywhere. How is there anything working within these walls? It's the biggest ass pull at the end of the movie. So yeah,
How could you?
Skyscraper. It's alright, it's boring.
Conclusion.
Well, I think we learned an important lesson today. The Rock was in
Did
some
we?
pretty forgettable movies. A stunning revelation, I know. The funniest thing about watching all of these is realizing that they would have never gone to theaters today. If a movie like Skyscraper came out today, that would have been an Amazon Prime original. San Andreas would have been an Apple TV exclusive. Maybe that's for the best. Maybe The Rock needs these mid-sized streaming movies, because I have a sinking feeling that with each box office failure, we get one movie closer to The Rock running for president. See y'all in 2032.
Holy shit. Why is the crab talking about herself? Shiny.